What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more A Certain Scientific Railgun score, though in this case it is actually a song, so I guess I should say soundtrack. I did want to do two of these because the first time I did Railgun reactions I did a pair, and ultimately most tracks in these soundtracks, either song or piece of score, are rather short. So yeah, I decided let's jump back to Season 1, and this is the first of two soundtracks for Season 1. And again, the soundtracks, or the score part of the soundtracks, are composed by Iuchi Maiko. But this is, as I said, a song, and it's the first theme song. Now, all three seasons that have aired so far, they start with one opening theme song and one end credit theme song, but usually about halfway through the season it shifts the song. So each season seems to have two opening and two closing songs, but this is the first opening theme track that you hear, and it's ultimately one that I think it very much captures the essence of the show in terms of the excitement, the action, the supernatural is not quite the right word, but like the students in this academy city, the espers, they have these tech powers. Don't do that, Luca. And so it captures the, reality plus nature of the main characters of the show. And of course, the title, Only My Railgun, it's referencing the show overall, but specifically Makoto Misaka, the character who's known as Railgun, because she has this ability to conduct electricity, and thus she can use like metal objects to fire them at great speed and with great power because of her ability to conduct electricity and metals and so on. And yes, the tune, I want to make sure I have this right, it is, I think, sung by, or at least the composer is listed as Yaginuma Satoshi. So yes, I don't know if that's the singer, but I would assume so because there is a female vocal. But yes, I'm very much looking forward to going through this on my Patreon. And again, big shout out to Michaela who knows the show. But yeah, when I finish going through Shangri-La, I was like trying to remember if there was like a subtitle. But yes, once we finish going through Shangri-La, which I'm a bit more than halfway through, but we still have many episodes to go in that. But once we finish that, I think we will move on to A Certain Scientific Railgun. In any case, this is the TV size version, which I remember learning what that was when I started going through the soundtrack to Death Note, because, the songs that are used in the opening and end credits of Death Note, which, again, about halfway through the season, it shifts the opening and ending theme tracks. So, again, for Death Note, the anime, there's two opening themes and two closing themes over the duration of the show. But TV size means the edited for the specific credit sequence version of the track, because they're taken from songs which are like 3-4 minutes long, but in the opening and end credits it's usually like a minute and a half. And what they do is they sort of tailor these tracks so they still come to a natural end, but it's like this condensed edited version, or like truncated version of the song that's made to fit the sequence of the opening credits and end credits. So this is the TV size version of Only My Railgun by, and once again, make sure I have this right, it is Yaginuma Satoshi. And it's, as I said, the opening theme of the first half of the first season of A Certain Scientific Railgun. It's so cool. It just makes me want to watch the show. And if you didn't know what that gesture was, the main character Railgun, as I said, she can propel metallic objects using her conduction of electricity, and her like signature move is to take a coin, flip it up in the air, enact her electrical charge, and as it comes back down, fire it forward at, again, incredible velocity, which, you know, can take out machines or entire buildings, and, you know, other people with great powers who, you know, are themselves very like dangerous and so on. Even they have to look out because she is one of the highest rated espers in the city. All of this will make more sense once we begin going through it on Patreon, which again might still be a couple months away because I need to get through Shangri-La first, and there's other watch-along series I'm doing, you know, not only like TJ Hooker and Buck Rogers, but, you know, Cosmos and, you know, Crisis and so on. But at some point we will finish Shangri-La, and when we do that, I believe we will move on to A Certain Scientific Railgun. So yeah, shout out to, I know her given name is Satoshi. What is the Yaginuma Satoshi. So yeah, I enjoy the vocals. It's, you know, again, it's a track that's like, it's got dance elements, it's got guitar, it's, you know, like rocking guitar, but then there's also that sort of melodic and somewhat emotional section in the middle, and I'm imagining the sequence, because, you know, the different intro sequences, you watch all the episodes, you see them again and again and again, and I'm thinking of the specific opening sequence for the first, I don't know, 12 or 13 episodes of season 1. And yeah, in that middle section, I can think of sort of the, you know, it shows Academy City and the windmills and so on. So yes, ultimately I will look forward to that journey, and let me know what you think of the tune. I think in all the soundtracks, there are, the soundtracks begin and end with the opening and end credits songs, though again, the TV size version. So we'll go through those as well as all the score tunes. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.